Hi everyone. In this demo video, we're going to be walking through the INET request submission process. And as you can see on the screen, I am currently logged in as a requester, as we can see at the top right. And there are a few things of note on this dashboard. First, right at the top, there is a message mentioning that if there are any changes or cancellations, to contact CATV via the email provided there. There is also a search bar where we're able to search requests, which is a functionality that I will walk through in a later demo. There is a plus INET request button, which we'll be talking about just in a few seconds. And there are a few tabs. Each one of these tabs will have records populated in them as the INET request moves through the different phases and statuses that it has to go through to reach completion. So we'll be walking through these specific tabs as we progress through the process via different demo videos. But this is just of note that we will be able to see INET requests move from one tab to the other as their statuses change. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with creating an INET request. So we'll go ahead and click on the New Request button at the top right. And what we can see is a form appear. This form has a few required fields, including the site name, address, city, provider contact name, island, and zip code. So let me go ahead and enter these required fields. And let me go ahead and upload a SOW. Just to note, for this document upload, the file must be a PDF and it must be less than or equal to 25 megabytes. Otherwise, you will see an error, which I will show you just in a second. And you can see that if we choose to save a draft, which is an option we'll be walking through soon, this uploaded document will not be saved. So let me also show you a few more capabilities of this document upload. For example, if we decide that you selected the wrong file, we can just click on the trash can icon and we can upload another file. If we try to upload a file that does not fall within the limitations of being a PDF or within the 25 megabyte size limit, we can see an error message appear letting us know to fall within those restrictions. And now let's go ahead and upload one that does fall within those limits. And let me go ahead and click on the submit button here. There we go. And once we click on the submit button and the submission goes through, we'll be able to see that respective record in the submitted tab under the submitted status. And we can see some high-level details about the INET request, as well as a unique identifier. We'll also be able to see a button labeled View Request, where when we click on it, we'll be able to see these details in read-only. And if we want to preview the SOW that we've uploaded, we simply have to click on the Preview button, and we will be presented with a PDF version. So let me go ahead and close that flow. Now, I'm going to create another INET request. And I'm going to show you the functionalities that we can see with the exit button and save draft now. So let me go ahead and fill out just the site name, for example. And let me go ahead and click the exit button saying, okay, actually, I don't need an INET request at this moment. I can see a pop-up appear just confirming that I want to exit out of this form and notifying me that my progress will not be saved. If I click the cancel button, we're back to filling out the form. If I click the OK, as we can see, I land right back on the dashboard. No changes made, no records created. Now let me click the new request button one more time, and let's focus on the save draft button now. So let me go ahead and fill out all the mandatory fields. And let's assume that at this point, I don't want to submit this INET request. What I can do is I can click on the Save Draft button in this case. And what we can see is that in this Draft tab, a record is created in draft status. And we can see that there's some details updated. There's a unique identifier, and specifically there's a resume button. So at any point, if I want to return to this application and continue with this request submission, I can simply click on the resume button, make any changes that I needed, upload the SOW if I want to, or if it's mandatory, and I can go ahead and submit the form. And as we can see, in the draft tab, we see no records now since no application is in draft status anymore. And we can see that same application moved to the submitted tab with a status of submitted, similarly with that view request button where they can see details of this specific request. And that's where we end the demo for the INET request submission. Coming up next, we'll have the INET request review flow to take a look at how the CTV reviewer would review the request on the internal portal. So I'll see you all in the next video.